Thank you for coming on, brother.
Hey, anytime. Like I said, it's more of a good time for me just to sit back and chillax. Like I said, now I'm trying to watch both pages, the chat and the chat online, and I don't know how the hell you do it, man.
Welcome to my
Please
world.
remember, the views and opinions expressed by this show or any other show on DV Radio and its guests are strictly those of said individuals and do not reflect those of the DV Radio staff nor the staff of Dysfunctional Veterans.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Attention, everyone.
You're tuned in live.
DV Radio.
Online and on the go on your mobile device.
Listeners' discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to
And you're listening to DV Radio with the old guy. I see Bo, who never leaves his couch for some reason. Google and Recoil, and I don't know where Marquis is at.
I was going to say he probably went to Kruger.
The little garlic sauce is delicious. You alt-right neo-Nazi bastards better stop it right now.
If you use the cheap sauce, it don't taste good.
It tastes like ass.
And I've got an important message.
Joe Junkie and Carrie Crack are perfectly fine for Tombstone.
Well, Carrie Crack is perfectly fine. She's in New Zealand. I would have sex with Brad Pitt.
How can you even read that with a straight face? Well, I've heard that many like short and tuna can girth, so I'm winning in that round apparently.
You're tuned in to WDVR on DVRadio.net or by searching DV Radio on your TuneIn app on your favorite mobile device.
Because this is how it is on DV Radio.
That is how it is right here on Barracks Talk Live, DVRadio.net, WDVR. I'm Boner Wood. We got Recoil, Marquis, DV6 will be in here in a few minutes, and we have a special guest, DV Oink, one of you guys. We'll tell you more about him in a little bit, but we need to start off with Major from Discharged. She has some news to tell us about Discharged, the animation. Are you there, Major?
I am here.
Woohoo! I know a lot of you can't probably understand her. She's on her phone. She's on a trip right now. Major, why are you on a trip in the middle of fucking bumfucked Egypt?
Because I'm going to join my husband for alcohol.
Nice. Very nice. You told us during the pre-show that Discharged has some type of screening or something coming up. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we're going to GenCon, which is like a Comic-Con style event. So we're going to be screening there on August 3rd in Indianapolis, Indiana. So any of you fucks that are in the area need to check us out. So if you're into gaming and all that type of shit, we're going to be at GenCon on August 3rd, screening at 4 p.m., I believe.
Awesome. And it's just, like I said at the beginning of the show, I know you guys can't probably understand every word she's saying. She is on a mobile device. We couldn't help that tonight, but we will have all the information ready for you so you guys can find out more about that. So I know you guys have done a lot in the past couple of years with this. Why are you guys going to this screening? What's that going to do for Discharged?
Well, what we're trying to do is hit the film festival circuit in hopes that, streaming services are huge. Everybody like Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, everybody's looking for content. So we're trying to reach out to the people who, do the shopping for these networks and these production teams to show them our content, which is, a veteran animated series. And, our stories haven't been told using comedy and animation. And so we're hoping we can reach out to, one of these streaming services or networks to, present our content and hopefully get picked up for a series.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. I know we had talked about you doing that earlier with someone like Netflix or Amazon or something like that. Have you heard anything about that possibility-wise or anything, or is it just something that you're hoping that you can get work towards with these screenings and film festivals?
Well, we've had a couple of bites. We've had a couple of people to contact us, but, you have to be very careful about the people you connect yourself with. Like, I'm not just looking to sell it outright and give it away. We want to continue to be discharged. We continue to ensure that the main characters are voiced by veterans. And so for us, it's very important what we're trying to do, Hollywood has told our stories ad nauseum, but usually it's not told from a veteran standpoint. And so we just don't want to give it away or try to make a quick buck. It's very important that the veterans who created and put in the work, the money, and the time are able to continue on with the series.
I was about to say, you yourself, I know, have put in so much time and work and money. For those that don't understand, animation itself, just the animation alone, is a very expensive thing in of itself, correct?
Yeah, it is. And, we I know people are like, hey, buy American and USA, but, it's not always practical,
right?
Especially when you're starting out. So we have had people from countries like Hungary and, Vietnam, animators, background illustrators, to get this project into fruition. And, our veterans are, American vets. And, most of the editing and post-production was done in America. But you know what? It takes a coalition. Just like when we go in combat, we have coalition, we have NATO and such. So it's the same thing when you're trying to get a business project done.
Oh, most definitely. Now, this GenCon that you guys are going to be at, you said August 4th, correct?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's August 3rd.
August 3rd. Okay. Is that something that you have to be invited to be a part of, or can anybody that's in the area that's going to be at the GenCon perhaps, are they able to show up and see this as well, or how does that work?
Yeah, so our film had to be selected, but yes, you have to either get badges or passes to attend GenCon. So for anybody who's already got badges or day passes, it's free to attend our screening. You just have to show up at the time.
Right. That's awesome. I mean, I wish I could be there. I know that you guys in the past, I think 2 or 3 weeks, maybe the last month, have been putting out shorts on Facebook that lead you ultimately to your YouTube channel. Is that something that's helping to build up this screening and the final product, or is that something that you want to continue doing even after, you get this full-length Discharged animation out?
Well, the thing is, you try to attack a project several different ways. So if you can't get picked up like right away, then you try to show presence. So like people, following our YouTube, following our Facebook, by Instagram, if you show the presence that you have, sometimes that helps you, along the way. DV is one of our, biggest fans, but your fucking followers would not go to YouTube to save their motherfucking lives. Y'all are some one-way ass people. Like, go to fucking YouTube. Although we do appreciate you guys liking our Facebook page and commenting on our videos, but everything now is like how many followers you got, how many likes you got, and we're hoping that the veteran community knows that posts that support the veteran community will help us, by liking and following us, so we can have enough presence and exposure. So when we do get in the room with these networks, we can say, hey, we have 1 million people following us, 1 million people subscribed, and so that shows that there's interest in what we're doing.
Yeah, I feel you 100% on people not wanting to go from Facebook to YouTube, but I think a lot of the problem is a lot of them are in that funding kind of mindset where if I don't give $1, it's okay. That's just $1. Same with the YouTube subscriber. If I don't subscribe, somebody else will. And it doesn't work like that. The more subscribers, the better, like you said, your presence and the better outreach that you can actually show that, hey, this is actually working. This community actually wants and needs this. And I think that's where they don't understand as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand you have to educate some people, but we as a veteran community, we're trying to put our veterans, we have to show a backhand. It goes just beyond saying support the troops. There are veteran filmmakers are far and few between, veterans in the entertainment industry are far and few between. So it would be amazing if we can get our brothers and sisters behind us to show that, this content is valuable, that people want to see it. And, when it comes to Hollywood and networks, it's all about the dollar. It's all about the presence. But if they show you already bring a following with you, then it helps us along the way.
Exactly. Major, do you have a moment for one of our actual listeners that listens to our show? Do you have a moment to answer a question that he may have?
As long as they're not an asshole, but if they are an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole back. So, yeah.
Well, he was chair for us, so I'll let you make your own decision on that. But this is DB Oink. Oink, you got any questions for Major?
Yeah, Major, for somebody like me that's just a regular listener, where would we go? Where would we find you at? I mean, as far as primarily YouTube, or are you going to be on Facebook, or you just where'd you get your beginnings at, and where are you at now?
So we started off on Facebook. That's what we have primarily. We have over 12,000 followers. We're also on Instagram and YouTube. So most of our followers do start on Facebook and then filter over onto Instagram and our YouTube. But since we're trying to produce content, particularly like series-based content, we would hope that, our followers who follow us on Facebook, Instagram will go subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we ultimately may have to start as a web series before we can filter off into like streaming.
And for some of those listeners out there that, like myself, I'm stuck clear up here in Alaska where news travels slow. Where would we find you at?
So we're at Discharged Comedy on Facebook. We're also Discharged Comedy on Instagram and YouTube.
Anything else you'd like to ask on, other than where you can find Discharged and all of that at, as a, like you said, normal fan?
Are you looking at doing something like Six started out with, doing some more, say, T-shirts, products, or anything like that for us to help raise you some money?
Well, we're kind of intimidated by Rangers because they have the T-shirt market on lock, but we don't want to have to sell anything. We just people subscribe because we know that everybody can't give to the same capacity. So we were really, it costs nothing to just click or subscribe. So we would just hope more people would do that. Maybe in the future we could build some content as we get more exposure. But right now, a like and a follow is worth more than just buying a T-shirt to us.
Yeah, and the best
Sounds
thing
good.
sorry about that. The best thing about YouTube subscribing is it's free. It's fucking free. You click a button and it's free, and you get free content on top of that. You don't fucking lose at all. Major, is there anything else that you'd like for our listeners to know what you've got working on now that they could look forward to coming up soon, other than, like we said, the shorts and the screenings?
Yeah, so the big thing is we're producing the shorts because we want to show people the type of content we're going to be putting out. We don't have the capital to keep producing 30-minute pilot episodes, but I think the shorts are what's going to help us, because a lot of popular series started on web series and they started as a series of shorts. But we need people to go and subscribe and be active, with what we're doing. Because again, it's veteran-led content, it's veteran-created content, but it's not just for veterans. We're telling stories from a veteran standpoint, but it's relative to, pop culture and, anything political, anything that's going on in our world today. But usually you don't see content told from a veteran standpoint, but it's not, too many acronyms and things for civilians to watch it and say, oh, what the fuck are they talking about? But we just want something to be told from our standpoint, from a first person, as opposed to, something Hollywood portrays. But again, we need everyone to, like and subscribe and follow us. It costs you nothing. It's a click of a button, and it will help us get our stories, out there.
Right. Recoil, Marquis, do you have anything for Major? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Well, since Recoil's not going to say anything, I will. Major, I just watched a couple of the shorts on my computer while I was listening to you all talk, and I'm going to say it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Need a little me in there, but it's pretty funny.
He's black, right?
I think that's what he says he is anyway.
Well, everybody black has to live vicariously through Major. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But, sorry. If Major's black, then that means everybody that's black that's ever served, that's her, so deal with it. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not going there, Major. I'm not going to go there with you tonight.
We love what you're doing, Major. I mean, all of you that are involved, those that are across seas, the veterans that are helping you. It's fucking astounding that you guys have come to where you have come. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Recoil, do you have anything?
No, other than, good luck and keep on keeping on. I know sooner or later you guys are going to get picked up, because the content that you're putting out is good, and what you're doing is good. I think it'll get picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're going to start break eventually, but like with anything, sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years, but we're here for the long run. We believe in what we're doing. We telling veteran stories. We're telling a different that hasn't been told. Every story can't be about PTSD. Every story can't be about suicide. It's like, everybody goes through shit. I go through shit. My husband's a Marine combat veteran. He goes through shit. My son's in the Air Force. He don't go through too much shit because he's Air Force, but...
Hey.
I just believe it needs to be told using comedy and animation, because there's enough, triggering shit. I'm tired of veterans being politicized. People who are politicizing veterans are the same people who walk past veterans who are homeless on the street, or veterans who are struggling. And so that's what Discharged is about, about the shit that we're tired of, how we deal with it, and how we cope as a unit and as a community.
And the biggest thing going on in the military is the time that nothing's going on. Honestly,
Yep.
Like for comedy, that's when it happens, is when there's nothing else going on. Because you spend a whole lot of time hurrying up and waiting and entertaining yourselves.
Yep. Major, really quick, I hate to cut you off because I know you don't have much time with us tonight. Snafu, one of our listeners, was wondering when is Discharged going to have some merchandise available.
You know what? We're gonna work with dysfunctional veterans on that. Because I know we were trying to do something where we would try to crowdfund, but we stopped crowdfunding. But we're gonna get back with the dysfunctional veteran community. I know some people don't like you guys. I like most of the stuff you put out, except when y'all are disrespecting women. Fuck y'all for that. But other than that, shit is good. But no, we want to continue to partner and look at other, veteran companies. Except for your Ranger, we don't want to partner with you. I'm just fucking around.
Well, as far as the women goes, that's all Marquis.
What?
There are companies who are putting things out because we do want to support, veteran businesses. So I think probably soon you'll see something coming out. But it's just something, where we looked at down the road.
Awesome. And all of your Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, that's Discharged Comedy, correct?
Yes, that's correct. We made it easy for Marines to remember,
Right.
so.
Right. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we let you go?
No, we just appreciate everyone who's followed us so far and liked and commented. We know that some people are not going to like everything we put out with anything, but, we're trying to represent the community, the veteran community as a whole. Not just officers, not just hard chargers, but anybody who's ever served. We want anyone to be able to look at Discharge and be like, hey, I remember that guy, or I've done that, or I've done it experience. It's for everybody, not just for a particular subset of the veteran community.
Right.
Well, you better make sure you run it by this one particular vet, so you're in the clear,
What the fuck?
Oh my God. We'll talk about that offline, Major.
What's that? This one particular vet?
Well, we love what you're doing, Major.
Sorry I'm late, Major. I was at the dentist.
Just late? Yeah. Okay. All right.
We love what you're doing. Like Recoil said, keep on keeping on. You're going to get there. We know that it takes time to do stuff in the entertainment world, so we know you're going to get there. And good luck at the screening this coming up month.
Screening.
The screening is at Friday at 4:30. At 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock at GenCon.
Yes, and guys so much. You guys are honestly our
Well, I'm just sorry I didn't get a chance to come up there and play basketball with you and that big guy.
I will fucking crush you in basketball. I will take no mercy on you. I will just hurt your feelings so bad.
Listen, I don't think I can get in the midget leagues. So, All right. Good job, Bo.
All right, Major. We'll talk to you later, and you be careful.
All right. Thanks so much.
Always. It was a pleasure having you on.
Thanks. Bye.
Later.
Real quick, how does this sound?
It's okay. It's good. It's good.
I'm on my third backup. All right.
All right. But yes, that was Major from Discharged Comedy. Please go to their YouTube channel, subscribe. They've got good content. It's fucking hilarious. Their Facebook page and Instagram, the same, Discharged Comedy. Go check them out. I'm serious. They're fucking hilarious. And without further ado, we've got DV6 who finally fucking made it. So I take it that you got to cross the creek, river, whatever that was that you were at earlier?
No. Save that for the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
There's a police report that was filed.
Save it for the end of the show, and we know that you're here now. Okay.
This is the end of the show.
Is it? I'm sorry I'm late. I've got two laptops sitting here, and just I couldn't connect. How's everybody? Well, you probably already did that.
No.
Have we done roll call? Probably already done that.
Six. All we done, I introduced the people. I said that you would be on with us later, hopefully.
Being radio funny.
And then Major done her 15 minutes, and now it's your turn.
15 minutes, and you told me it was going to be 10.
I said 10 to 15.
Well, listen, since we're doing all these shout-outs for everybody, and I like what you said. I mean, we could turn that whole thing into a show.
Yep.
But I just want to say a quick, listen, for you guys, I want you all to know that Chappie and Number 2 and Nevermore and all the rest of those people over there at Disgruntled Vets have been a huge supporter of DV and the DV Farm. And those fundraisers and the support they've shown since we've started has been great. And if you can show them some love, we've got a whole batch of Disgruntled Vets shirts in. It's that little winky face. So you can pick them up at mydvstore.com. Go show some support for Disgruntled. Buy one of their official T-shirts and support them too. We got all the sizes in. But again, I want a big shout out to the whole crew over at Disgruntled,
What? What?
I can't believe you're even on the air.
Why are there no Dirty 30 shirts?
Dirty 30?
Because Snafu would be the only one to buy it.
We don't do them for substitute teachers.
It will be your best-selling product.
Hey, did you see that? Oh man, where's my phone? I sent Marquis this, and did you know there's 5 levels of was that good? The levels of white anger rank.
I love it. I love it. I love it when white social media gets content from black social media because they'd be so confused.
Yeah. But did you know I have the 6 levels of white anger, and number 6 on the levels of white anger is quote unquote you say son of a gun. Number 5. Now think of a guy with the white tennis shoes, and the cargo shorts. Number 5 is when he says, "All right, Buck." Bucko. All right, Bucko. All right. We're moving on down the list to number 1, which is the most intense level of white anger. Number 4, you just hold your horses. And you got to do it with the finger. And the Elizabeth Warren finger. Ooh, and your head shaking. You just hold your horses. And then number 3. Well, now, wait just a minute. Yeah, okay. Now
you didn't say it right. You didn't say it right.
How do you say it? How do you say it?
Well, now, just wait a minute. Just wait a goddamn minute.
You do white people pretty good. That's good. Number 2.
He mostly just does white women.
Number 2 in levels of white anger rank. Number 2 is newsflash, pal. And my favorite, number 1. Are you guys ready? Bo, do you have like a pew pew or a drum roll or something?
You want a drum roll or pew pew?
Drum roll.
Okay.
Levels of white anger rank. Number 1 is listen here, buddy.
Listen here, buddy. Listen here, buddy. I got friends in the police department. Listen here.
Yeah, it's a blankety blank. That's pretty funny. Now, I can post that, and that's not a hate crime according to Facebook. But if I do something of Rosie O'Donnell, that's a
no, but you know what is a hate crime here on dbradio.net when DV6 is around?
You just want to wreck the show. It's good that I finally got on. I needed to get on. There's a whole bunch, and I'm not going to suck down all the time because I know we have a full-packed itinerary. Do we have any more interviews tonight that I got to worry about?
No, that was the only one. We do have Oink on tonight, and we'll talk to him during the second part of the show.
Who?
Exactly. We'll talk to him during the second part of the show.
You guys keep making up words. Like, I was taking my 8-year-old niece on a roller coaster thing, and she couldn't ride in her own cart because there's a weight limit. So you have to double up. And I was like, what's the weight limit? And it was for 2 people. And she's like, it's 300 libs. And the whole family's like, what? It's 300 libs. And we're like all confused. And her dad goes, through libs? Do you mean pound? She goes, no, libs. LBS, it said. 300 LBSs. Libs.
That's great.
So we got to talking. and I don't know if I've told you guys this on the air, but I had a college kid stop me because they knew I was a vet, and they asked me, "Why do you guys what's Pau Mia mean? You fly these flags that say Pau Mia on them." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Pau Mia, the little black flags?" And it took me a second. POWMIA? Pau Mia? You say Pau Mia, right? I'm like, "No, it's POWMIA." And they're like, "What's that mean?" I'm like, "Oh, man." So
Wow.
just so you know, next time you see the little black flag with the guard tower, that's a Pau Mia flag. Educate.
What are they teaching kids in school now?
I don't know.
Are they teaching them how
I
to
got that.
Pokemon Go and fidget spin or something, and that's it?
Oh, man. And that new trend that's going on, a lot of that stuff's fake. I saw this guy get thrown over the bridge. That's fake as shit. You listen here, buddy.
No, he might have been actually thrown over the bridge, but I don't think it was an actual random dude that done it.
Yeah, because people are always walking on those bridges there in Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if a white guy says, "Now hold on a minute," he's stockpiling ammunition.
Now, what's stockpiling ammunition? God. So I'll have to do the news. Speaking of ammunition, there's been some crazy stuff. So anyhow, another week's gone by, and I just thought for a topic, I'd like to throw it out there if I can have everybody's attention. You ever notice, like in the Mod Squad Recoil, we've had a lot of people come and go, and I don't think you guys. This is the exception to the rule. But in any other department other than the warehouse, well, warehouse is usually pretty good. I've gone through a ton of employees there. But you ever notice though, like when somebody leaves, it's like all of a sudden there's a problem, like what you're doing, and I've got dirt and this and that, and it doesn't matter if you send them off with cake and balloons and stuff like that. If you don't give them everything they want, all of a sudden you're evil, you're scamming, you're an addict. God, did you know I'm an addict?
Yeah, the mods. Well, I know you were. Yeah, but yeah, the mods really are an exception to that.
I think addict is like a Marine. Once an addict, always an addict.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Well,
Because they say that in AA.
But there's like a recovered addict, right?
Well, is there a recovered Marine?
An addict, like the thing that's above the ceiling where you store shit, or an addict?
Don't you get me? In lieu of my other conversation I had.
It's like Bo and Rodeo, our rodeo show.
What do you do with rodeo?
Well, it's like Six and Boston.
Bastin.
I don't say that like that.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. We've all heard it. My mom's even heard it, so don't go there. I don't want don't go there.
Well, anyhow, so I'm going to, as soon as this week, I've got a couple more meetings to do, and I think what we're going to start doing is doing more live video or Facebook videos and stuff. And let's go over, you remember before I even started the farm, how I described it and what it was all about. We haven't done any of those, and we've added about 1 million people since then.
Oh, you mean the videos that me and you were going to do last year?
Yes, so we're almost there.
Well, he never has time, Recoil. He's always sitting on his computer, remember?
Well, I think it's just good. But I do like to say this. I've been traveling through the back roads of upstate New York, and it's nothing like I imagined it would be. It's actually, there are nice people out here. The roads have gone to crap. You know, you're still driving on 1950s era roads with all the bumps and the bridges that you can't,
You sure you haven't crossed over into Pennsylvania?
No, I know about Pennsylvania. But my point is, I bet you they work just as hard. So I started asking people what they think as far as politics goes. And you know what? It's funny. You work your ass off, you got a different take on things.
Yeah.
They're good people out here. I will say that. I went up to Niagara Falls just for an hour, and checked it out. It's pretty nice. I went through Buffalo. Thank you. Oh, big shout out to the New York State Police. You guys are cool with me. You're awesome. You know why I'm saying that, right, Bo?
Yep.
There, but for the grace of God. They're so nice. I mean, I won't say how fast, but and it was just me and the bird in the truck. No kids, no wife, no nothing.
Well,
but
you can finally say Huey was flying beside you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. But what else? So it's been a busy week. We got a lot coming up, though. Recall, man, that'd be great if you could come up. You need $1 million? Come to that hole-in-one challenge in Spofford, New Hampshire, in the middle of August. Anytime during the 15th through the 19th. And for any of you guys listening right now, stop in. It's off of Route. God dang it! I don't have my internet up. Anyhow, there's an event page about that, and there's been a story done on it. So we have that. We have something else going on. A whole bunch of stuff going on. So, how's everybody's week going?
It's going.
Yeah. Well, tell Recoil I'm not going to be able to swing by there. So, I was going to try and swing by tomorrow.
Recoil, he's not going to be able to swing by there. He was going to try and swing by tomorrow.
Well, till 6, that's okay. I'll probably be working my ass off anyway.
6, that's okay. He'll probably be working his ass off anyway.
He works on a Sunday?
Yeah, I got to go in and paint some shit so I can get the fuck out of my shop. I was never not talking to you. What, you talking to me? You don't talk to me. You talk to him, he talks to me.
Yeah. I'm just curious. You're keep the our other business out of this. But have you seen the marine edibles? Marine ready to eat edibles that we're selling at the DV store?
No,
I have not.
No, you should check them out. I heard they're moving, but they put together crayons, the edible markers, and stuff like that. I don't know if there's controversy over us charging money for it too. We should give everything away free because we're scamming people, by charging them. You heard about the bag of dicks, right?
Yes, we brought that up last week.
Oh! Speaking of bag of dicks, listen, true story. I got a message. The police just left the where's my phone? He basically sent me a message. The police just left. I'm like, what? So I pulled over and called. I'm like, what's going on? How long were they there? They were here for a while. I'm like, what happened? So some lady, and I won't say the state, that'll narrow it down too much. But some lady called the police in our town and sent Keen's Finest down there. And so I says, so at the end of the day, guy comes in and goes, hey, this lady said that this one particular person. So we're asking her, and we need the name of who sent the BDODs, bag of dicks. And he goes, can't do that. And he is serious about, they don't give out your information. He says, we got a couple ways we can do this. You can either, he can, have Colorado PD get a warrant and contact us. Or how about you ask me what name you're looking for? And so the cop did what name they're looking for. And nope, that's not who. So she has whoever it is, guy or girl, has a new admirer.
Aww.
So I says, so they were there for a while. How were they? Were they polite? Did they shoot you and stuff like that? He goes, nah, it was pretty good. We made 2 more sales. The cop got a couple for himself, for his buddies.
Nice. Very nice. Hey.
That was pretty good.
I think if you want, we can hold off on a little bit of news until after the first break. Your updates and all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Because I don't want to get any of that. I'm watching to see what level of white anger I can get you at tonight.
Oh, I'm already beyond white level. I'm in red now.
Right, now just hold on a minute.
So we'll come back. We'll talk to Oink. He's one of our listeners. He's been on the show before, but we didn't get to talk to him too much because he was 6 and didn't know how to figure out Skype, but he figured it out quicker. So you are tuned in to Barracks Talk right here on dvradio.net. WDVR will be back right after this.
DV Radio.
Ever shop online at smile.amazon.com? Why not give back to the DV Farm by making it your charity of choice? No extra fees or hidden costs, and a portion of your purchase goes directly towards the DV Farm, located in Gilsum, New Hampshire, and helping to continue its mission. That's smile.amazon.com, and be sure DV Farm is your charity of choice. For more information about the DV Farm, please go to dvfarm.org.
DV Radio.
You're listening to WDVR on dvradio.net.
And we're back to Barracks Talk right here on WDVR, dvradio.net. Probably picked the worst song ever to come back from that break, because I just wanted to say, if you're in California, have friends, family, or anything over there, please be careful. The north, central, and south is fucking on fire. There's like 100,000 acres or so that's burning. I know a few people that's out there now. Just be safe, seriously. I know they've got some cities and towns evacuated. I think FEMA showed up a few hours ago, and National Guard's out there. But again, just be safe. Anyway, we have wonderful people that listen to us here on dvradio.net. All of our shows, a lot of them are contributors. Not all of them are contributors, but we do have quite a few contributors. DV Oink is one that has given a lot the past year and a half or so, and he's on with us tonight again. DV Oink, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Out fucking standing. Me and you talk, about stupid shit here and there, but on a serious note, why the fuck are you here tonight?
I have nothing better to do. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Like I said last time I was on, this is just kind of a way to unstress, unwind, and just be with fellow veterans, and just, like I said, let your hair down a little bit and relax. I mean, everybody's busy, always 9 to 5 or longer than that for some of you. This is just a cool way to relax, unwind, and be yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Fellow vet.
It is. I mean, me and Recoil and Six and Marquis, we all talk about that all the time. How the show actually relaxes us. We'll be in a salty ass fucking mood before the show, and then we get into the pre-show. And you heard us. You were there the entire pre-show this time. I mean, me and Recoil were just popping shots off as best we could. And I mean, it's a release for us, especially on a Saturday night. But you're one of our biggest donators because, like I said, you have given a lot over the past year and a half or so. What made you and your family and your wife decide to give to dvradio.net?
Like I said, we were just kind of listening in. Like I said, news travels slow to Alaska, and when the news finally did reach me that, the dysfunctional family actually had a radio program out there that you could listen to, I was like, nah, let me check it out. Let me listen in a couple times. So we did. And it just happened to be one of the shows where, I think you and Six, everybody else was talking about paying out of pocket. And yet there's this donate tab. And the wife and I have always given to, great causes before in the past, whether it's St. Jude's or, anybody like, organizations that are well vetted, and like I said, this was something I did, I listened to, started liking just to relax. And it's like, well, I don't want them to ever cancel that. I mean, you never know with the other pages that are out there with the, Disgruntled and the Underground, the forum, you name it, everything that you guys are doing to help keep brothers and sisters becoming one of the 22. If this is just one way that we could help, keep this, keep veterans alive, shit.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, you know. And like I said, for me, it's a great stress reliever, a great way just to relax and just have a little me time per se. Not that way, Marquis, because your mind's going there. I already know this. But like I said, it's just a good way to relax, and there's no reason why, if I can contribute a little bit somehow, some way, by all means, I'm going to. I know not everybody can, and please don't feel guilty that you can't. You know, it's just something that me and the wife, we're both retirees from the military. We both did our 20 years and got the hell out of Dodge while the getting was good. And, you know, we got these 2 checks coming in. So if we can give a little bit, and trust me, for all the listeners out there, it's not a lot, but it does help. So, like I said, if I can give a little bit, I'm going to do it. You know, it's going to a place that I actually believe in. And, you know, regardless of all the haters out there, you know, let them say what they want to.
Right. And, you know, the last time that I brought you on, and me and you had talked about, you know, how we could repay you for what you've done for DB Radio and the shows, and especially for the brothers and sisters to help keep this shit going. And you said nothing. And I was like, well, let me at least bring you on the show. I wanted, you know, that was the least I could do. And I've never seen somebody so fucking ecstatic about being on a goddamn show that we do through Skype on a Saturday night, bullshitting around, talking the dumbest shit ever. But like I said, it was the least we could do, and it's not much. In retrospect, it isn't, but it helps so fucking much. It's not even funny. You as a listener, as a consumer, like me and you've talked about in the past, what is it that we could do here at Barracks Talk, Not Another Military Spouse, Disgruntled Vets, whatever, any show or anything, what is it we could do to make your experience better? Or what would you like from any of the shows or anything like that?
You know, I'm pretty easy to please. Obviously, I was Air Force, so I don't have a lot. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's comfy TV, a little couch, you know, little Wi-Fi is good, we're good. Right. So it's to me, I really don't know. Everybody's going to be different out there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, you know, people that like shirts that don't like T-shirts, people that like coins that don't like coins, people that, you know, like I said, for myself, it's just a nice 2 hours where I can come in, be me, relax, listen to you guys, joke, talk about shit that you know, a lot of other veterans talk about and, you know, can relate. You know, that's something that I think that as a retiree that some of us miss after 20 years of serving or even those that did 4 years and separated, you know, you had that camaraderie, that brotherhood, and you know, everybody had your back at that point. You get out and you know, you back to that civilian world where it's not like that. And you kind of miss that. You miss that brotherhood. You miss those folks looking out for you. And I think that's what a lot of, you know, folks that kind of suffer from, you know, they miss that camaraderie, that feeling aloneness, you know, that comes over them, and they think they're out there by themselves, and they're not. They're truly not. If all they have to do is say something, reach out there, or hell, like I said, mention that, hey, DV Radio is on, it's free, listen to it. And, you know, they may connect with somebody on here, or, you know, whether it be Snafu contacting Marquis all the time, or, you know, hey, maybe they'll reach out to Marquis and say, hey, brother, you know, hey, I know you're the only black man on the show. What the hell? You know, it could just be something simple. You know, that
it happens.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's something simple that people can reach out and just talk to, you know, somebody and make that key little connection. You know, as long as it keeps somebody from becoming one of the 22, hey, we did our part, you know, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, and that's what me and Recoil and Six and Marquis all talk about. You know, we've talked about doing other things on the show, but the way people hear it now, that's what they want. They love it. They love the fact that our connection isn't always great, and it makes Six sound like he's an idiot talking with a robot voice sometimes, or you know, the sound isn't right, or whatever. I mean, we've had files that didn't, you know, render right, and it sounded like chipmunks, and I had to re-render a whole new file and get it back within that few minutes. But yeah, and I know a lot of people are wondering why we brought you on, but we've already went over that. What surprised you most in the pre-show this time compared to last time? Because you were in the whole pre-show this time. You didn't miss anything this time. You heard it all.
Oh yeah, believe it or not, people, there is an itinerary. I know a lot of them. Some folks don't follow it, believe it, read it, but there is an itinerary that Bo sent out, and
Whoa.
Not gonna call you
This
names.
is too much inside baseball. There's no itinerary.
But you know, it's that actual the fuckery that everybody talks about, that you know, the mistakes, the chipmunk shit that happened at one show. It lets us all know, hey, we're all human, you know.
Yeah.
So no matter how professional we try to be during certain events, it's what it's called for, right? When you're meeting with congressmen, talking about the farm, things like that. Yes, you have to be serious. But tonight's show, Barracks talk straight up, be you know,
Yep.
and God, let your hair down if you had any. Unfortunately, I don't.
Well, I've got some pube hairs. They're always down.
Well, yeah, you know, dingleberries don't count.
It looks like a fucking Viet Cong jungle down there. But anyway, yeah, we don't want you to go anywhere. You're welcome to chime in anytime during the show. You know that. I know last time you didn't get to figure out Skype, but hey, you were our DV6 that night.
You know how many years have been since I deployed and had to use Skype to talk to the wife? It was totally different. So,
yeah,
coming back on after a few years of absence, hell, who the hell wants to talk to me? I mean, I'm up here in Alaska. Everybody else I know is in the lower 48. So, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, DV radio as a whole and all the programs on it really helps combat the isolation
that
a lot of brothers and sisters feel when they get out. You know, and it's particularly hard for long-termers, because when you get out and you try to get out there in the job market and you realize that you're fucking 8, 10, 12, 20 years behind everybody that you're trying to compete against, and absolutely nobody has any respect for you whatsoever. Your fucking rank doesn't mean shit. The time that you serve doesn't mean shit. You don't mean shit. And that's really hard for people to especially people that have put in a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've seen that. We've all seen that. It's sad. It really is. I mean, we've all either went through it or know somebody that it's hurt really bad. I agree with that 100. And can we go 110%? Is that possible? No. Okay. I guess I'll go to 100%.
100%. There you go.
Right. Yeah, I think Six wanted to talk. He was trying to talk in chat. He's now got a new account, so I got to figure out both accounts in case something shit fucks up. But Six, what were you wanting to say? He's probably still muted. Oh, I guess he isn't going to be there at all. Anyway, Marquis, what are you doing on Yahoo?
I'm not doing nothing on Yahoo.
I said Marquis. Since when? Okay, so let's change roles here. Marquis, what are you up to tonight? Okay, Marquis is not going to talk. DV6, what are you up to?
When's the break?
Oh, my fucking God.
Google
and you wonder why we tune in.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, you guys carried on for so long. I went on into another task. So
that was literally
I don't know
that was literally 12 minutes, and I did say we were going to talk to him when we got back from break.
While we were carrying on, he was wayward sonning.
Jesus Christ.
I think the next song is
DB6's brain was like dust in the wind. Six, talk. Come on, let's go. You were so edging this talk earlier. What's wrong now? Let's go.
What?
Huh?
What's going on? No, you covered everything. I found out how old he is, how many years he did, how many dogs he had, where he lives, who he's married to. Am I muted again? Damn it.
No, you're good this time, believe it or not.
How do you know?
Like I said in the pre-show, DV6 is on the cusp of Alzheimer's. He's right there.
No, I'm not. Dude, I had 2 computers shit to bed, you know, and now I'm on a little iPad, and it just blinked.
This one guard in the Alvarez ring is the manliest looking woman I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, that Eddie Alvarez, number 3? Yeah.
Well, wait till you see the blonde woman if they go around to the other side, show his opponent.
Oh, just for those that's wondering, we're watching UFC on Fox. It's the local Fox. Oh, what were you doing on Yahoo, Marquis? You were talking about comments or something?
Yeah, I just click on any random story on Yahoo, and I scroll down to the comments, and I just read them. And most of them relate to the story that's been written in the news article. But then every once in a while, you get one that says something like, Hillary Clinton is a bitch. And you're like, what? This has nothing to do with the article. And then the one I posted in the chat that said the CNN and the Democratic Party colluded with Hillary Clinton by giving her the questions and trying to rig the election. That was on an article pertaining to basketball. It's like, what? Where do these people get these ideas from just to go on any random article and just put down some left versus right wing rhetoric?
Oh, that's nothing. Earlier, this guy was telling someone I know that FEMA are the people that are kidnapping people and taking them away from their families. Don't trust them.
Is that the one that had a straw in California and got locked up?
Okay. Have no clue what that's about.
Well, you get arrested, you get separated. And apparently that's what he got arrested for, was a bendy straw.
A bendy straw. Where can one get a bundle of black market bendy straws?
They still
have
have
them
bendy straws.
We still have them in New Hampshire. You know what I found on my travels through upstate New York? One of those death machines for kids. The metal circular thing with the poles on it, you know? The merry-go-round thingy.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm surprised.
Those
you
are
just gotta
still
get
in
them
style?
now you just got to get them a milkshake and a straw while they're riding it.
So recoil.
Their state's falling apart. You know, here's I was watching the news, and I guess there's not a dog problem with dog feces. There's a human feces problem in San Francisco.
Yeah, Google brought that up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, it's still going on. Apparently, you know, people that are going to get their coffee at this one store don't like looking out the window to see a guy crapping during the day. And then the guy calls the cops, and the cops are like, nothing we can do. You know? Well, can you imagine that? What kind of town you live in? You do that shit and kill people? Come on, try it.
Yeah, well, they don't want to help the homeless, but they want to spend $30 million and clean up shit.
You know, the main problem with California is that they believe that L.A. and Hollywood is the entire state.
Yep. No, they think it's the entire country.
The prices in Northern California is astronomical, as well as the prices in Southern California for living. It's astronomical. It's like the entire state's not beautiful, people.
Yeah. No. It's the same thing here in New York. I'm like looking at these people. How do you afford all these There were all these taxes. There was a show on last night. I was watching it, and they were listing all the taxes they got to pay in San Francisco, and then another one was Seattle. You have, in addition to your federal and state taxes, now they have these town taxes, the city tax. You know, the tax on. It's just crazy.
Well, don't forget the tax.
Yeah.
Oh, in Massachusetts, there's a bakery. The guy gets, you know how you get excise tax on your vehicle? He's paying excise taxes in Massachusetts on his ovens.
What?
They're taxing him. Yes, every year they tax him just like a vehicle on his oven.
But will he make a birthday or a wedding cake for a gay couple?
Yeah, and then they get taxed depending on which gender they are.
When are these states going to realize that in 1776, the United States went to war with Britain because of taxes?
When are they going to realize we're going the way of Rome? Same thing happened.
Exactly.
It's scary. It was, you know, at some point the well's going to dry up. I mean, they're leaving California. People are voting with their feet, you know.
And they still don't see it.
No.
No. Well, I'm kind of optimistic. Those what was it? Those 3 counties were trying to break another state. I'm all for that. Let them. No.
No, they were trying to make it its own country.
No, they were trying to split California.
Yeah, they were trying to split. That was the other thing they were doing, but the big thing was they were trying to separate from the states.
Oh,
Listen,
well, that wouldn't happen. But
we don't want to add any more stars to the flag. That's why we don't have any states, new states, because it'd be too costly to change all the flags. We don't want that.
Is that why Puerto Rico isn't a state yet? It's because of the flags, Marquis?
Yep, because of the flags. That's the reason.
Wasn't it Obama that said we had 57 states?
But that was before he was president.
Oh.
Well, shit, well, you got to take them down anyway. It's offending everybody, right?
True. And nobody assimilates anymore.
Right. Yep.
You don't have to assimilate when you go in the military, you know. He drills. Did you see that box that dad sent to his kid in boot camp?
That was perfect. It was perfect.
You talk about child abuse. And make sure you challenge your drill sergeants. They like that. Oh, man. Oh. You know, speaking of the BS and stuff, that's what I want to go back to. Can we get... there's always a controversy. There's always... Like, not with us, but I mean, you know, like with everywhere you go. It's like, can we just enjoy it for a day or two? You know? God. I want to go back to fucking off. So who's the oldest? Is that pig still in here?
Yeah.
Yep, that pig is still in here.
How old are you?
That Alaskan
43.
That Alaskan pig.
Everybody talked over you.
A whole whopping 43, believe it or not.
Oh, man. He's just... All right. All right, next question. Anyhow, it's an almost break. Yep, it's 4 minutes past. And I don't know when it is. I don't know the second break because I'm never here. So.
And we don't receive an itinerary.
Not anymore. Not since the strike. You know? Not since that guy started selling fake Hollywood stars for the Donald Trump sticker that you can slap anywhere on the sidewalk and watch him go nuts. Now there's a guy that crapped on it. Good for you, guy. Good for you. What else is going on in the news? I can't get my computer to start. Hey, did you see I got in the chat on my phone? I did that all by myself.
Good job, Grandpa. Now I'll show you how to set up your AOL email address.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
You better sign him into the AARP site first.
The Drake song. We covered the Drake song. Google's got, what are you calling it? Managing me. She's my handler tonight. So, but I don't know. Do you feel like you're out of touch with when you go out and stuff with the real world, or if that's the real world? Are we too insulated? I know, Bo, you have a good excuse.
Oh, wow, there's this new game out called Disturbed Friends.
What's that about?
I don't know, but I'm willing to bet sooner or later somebody's going to say they're giving all civilians a bad name.
Disturbed Friends. They're giving civilian people a bad reputation.
They'll start redefining disturbed now.
Yeah,
do you know what disturbed means? Disturbed means something stupid that it doesn't mean.
You have to say disturbed. Oh, man. You know, God, the stuff we used to talk about, you brought it up in the beginning, Recoil, you know, when the fun usually started when we were bored. You know, this is the same controversy like when Trump in private said grab her by the pussy or something. Like nobody's ever done that in the army. Nobody's ever, you know, said some vulgar things or, you know.
Let's not
altar boys.
Let's not bring up the horrid shit that we've heard some of the women say, because, you know, women don't say stuff like that.
Oh, I love it. I love it when they get down there. God.
I've honestly heard some women say some shit that I could never have thought of. And I'm just
make your toes curl? And
I'm like, that came out of a woman's mouth. But yeah, if I say, look at that bitch, I'm in the wrong. Like, really?
You see some of the female DVs on the page just cranking them all up, and they can handle it. They go in there and they purposely make a comment, and here come all the dudes.
I really want to take a poll one day and see how many females have had unsolicited dick or just a random off-the-wall message from someone they don't know because they said something on one of our posts.
I'm glad you brought that up because is on my list of things to do that I have to do a PSA on the page that if you're getting contacted by, you know, anybody saying they're with the DV store, yet they're emailing you from a weird email address that doesn't say DV store anywhere in it, you know, we do not do that. We do not solicit. We do not I got rid of that one guy. But I need to do a PSA. You know, there's suspicion. We got a phone call that somebody was. Would they impersonate me? The company and pretending to be a service manager. We do not have a maintenance shop, so.
A service manager for an online store.
I'm the service manager, and so we have it. So we need to cover that. But yeah,
literally, the closest thing we have to a service manager is me and the radio, and that's not even a service managing job.
Yeah. Well, we used to have like one of my best managers down there running the office. With the complaints or whatever, if a guy stepped out, like, look, there's an appropriate escalation of whatever in the emails of anger and stuff. So depending on how you come at him, his ultimate response would be these big pictures of black cocks. He would just send it. What the hell is this? The next email would come. Well, if you want to talk to me in the normal way, I'll respond in the normal way. You're supposed to be customer service, Yeah, well. So, oh my God, he was a riot. God, he was the one working when the guy called and said he was Chelsea Manning or Bradley Manning. Remember that?
Yes, it's on our YouTube channel, which you can find at Dysfunctional Veterans on YouTube.
Yep, that's a reminder for me. I gotta put the videos up on there. I gotta do it with Marquis, so we can do it 30-30. 30-30, 30-30.
Yes, because DV6 knows how to work YouTube. He's the one putting them
I watch it every night. Yeah.
It took him 12 minutes to get into the show, and he knows how to work YouTube. Yeah.
I know how to watch videos on YouTube. I've been studying up on crows, and I want a crow.
Birds
are bad.
I was watching a new TV show the other day. I thought it was a new TV show because of all the ads. I was actually watching YouTube. I couldn't believe it. It was all those fucking ads. I thought it was a new television show. I thought it was like Fox or ABC or something.
I haven't watched the news, any of those news channels in a while.
Well, sadly, me and Recoil are because the UFC fight is on. Oh, man. DV6 wanted to stay on tonight because he had so much to get out there.
Well, I kind of got upset right before the show. So when that happened, my anger got the best of me, and whatever. So, but I'll wait to the end of the show to tell them what happened. Did anybody figure out where I was at?
DV6 has anger?
One person did, but I never said yes or no to them.
Well, I figured out where he was at because he said it when he came on the show.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Here we go. I can't say that word. I'm not playing this game. I'll say whatever word I want to.
Maybe it was in the pre-show.
It wasn't in the pre-show because he wasn't on long enough in the pre-show.
Right?
Oh my
and when he was on in the pre-show, he wasn't talking to us at all.
Well, I just didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. But Bo Skyped me when I was on the highway, and boy, that didn't take long for me to miss my turn.
It didn't take long for you to do a couple of things.
What's the sense in doing 90, 100 to make up, some extra time to lose it all to do a 10-mile detour?
Wait, you told me you missed your turn because Huey shit on your hand.
She did. That was one turn. I would look down and go, what the hell?
So I'm talking to Six. I'm explaining him tonight's show. And he goes, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Missed my goddamn turn. Huey shit all over my fucking hand. That's exactly how it went.
All right, I'll go inside. Apparently, I'm being told I'm loud. I have to go inside somewhere where neighbors can't hear me.
Oh, God.
I'm using too much profanity.
Fuck them. They're only temporary neighbors.
I'm not at the farm right now. I'm currently on the road somewhere in New York. I can't tell you where.
Well, whoever's telling you to go in, Six, they should have been here last night at like 3 a.m. telling these dickwads to stop firing off fireworks.
Well, yeah.
You can't say that. because now we're gonna get blamed for those signs again. Thanks.
That clearly
It's all right.
states the company.
You're in New York. They don't even understand the foreign language you're speaking.
Yeah. Speaking of foreign languages, somebody needs to tell Ron Ripley he needs to create a page and get off his personal profile.
We're working that,
so I can
6.
start tagging him and shit.
We're working on that, 6.
Yeah. All right.
He's got a lot of things going on.
He's got a lot. Comedian shit. That's a lot of shit going on.
Another chair force guy.
Well, his birthday's today, so happy birthday, Ron Ripley. His birthday.
Happy birthday,
Mr.
Ron.
President.
I was going to say Ron Ripley because we're talking about him, but okay. So, I think we should take a break so we can think of shit to talk about.
Yeah, because,
What are all these noises I'm hearing in the background? What is this heavy breathing and panting?
Well,
Rico,
Oink,
you okay?
Oink is breathing into his mic, and DB6 is over there
my
not
bad.
understanding what mute is when he's not talking.
There's a new rule now. I got to mute when I'm not talking.
Well, when you've got, a lot of people around you.
I don't. There's nobody here.
It was earlier. Earlier is when all the voices were
earlier.
around. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fucking K. And we have 10 minutes until break. See, if you made the show every Saturday at 2100, you would know
that.
Yeah, and if you looked at the itinerary that says 1025, we go to break.
You know what's fun about logging into Facebook on a computer you haven't used in a while? You get to see all the stuff that you got banned for.
Nice.
Here we go. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show you anymore. So, let's see how long this one is. I'm just going to type D. What?
Hey, Recoil, what were you up to this week? How was your week?
It was the same as any other week.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I did import a German saw that was made in China and imported from Italy.
Say that one more time for our listeners.
I got a German chainsaw that was made in China and imported from Italy.
Which makes all the sense in the fucking world.
Basically, if you want a professional series of chainsaw and you don't want to pay a ridiculous amount of money for it, that's how you got to get one.
Yeah, apparently. Now, do you have to pay excise tax on that as well?
I don't know what all I fucking paid, to be honest with you. I just paid the price.
Well, I mean, Six was talking about that guy that has to pay excess tax on his stoves. I thought maybe. Ovens, stoves, it's all the same to me.
No, a stove, you're on top. Oven inside.
Oh, my God.
Well, you call me,
Let's play semantics. Let's play semantics.
What the hell is a Labor Day bash?
Apparently it's a Labor Day bash. It's a bash on Labor Day. Take it.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to shut this one down. Shutting down. I'm going to go back to the big computer.
Just so you all know, Al from Unconventional Vet Spouse and Not Another Military Spouse, which you can hear here at 1900, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays, is in the chat room on dvradio.net. I don't know if she's spoken or not. Chappie's probably in her ear telling her not to say anything, just to creep the chat room. But if you want to talk to her, she's there in the chat room, right there. Oink, you actually said you finally got to hear the show. What did you think of Not Another Military Spouse?
Well, I actually got to listen to it. It was airing live versus catching it on the podcast. Like I said, up here in Alaska, time zones and shit like that. But getting in there and chatting with the ladies that were in there, plus listening to it, it's quite entertaining. I mean, if you haven't caught them, check them out. They speak the truth and they don't hold back. That's for sure.
Yeah, they are some They are some savages, let me tell you. And they brought up Dependopotamuses last night on the show, and oh my God, they let them fucking have it. Like, if you want to hear a spouse talk about a true Dependopotamus, not another military spouse's next podcast that's coming out within the next couple of days, you've got to go hear it. It's fucking, it was pretty funny. That's all I'll say. Oh, man. We're supposed to have a service dog show tomorrow night, but due to some scheduling and all of that, we weren't able to get the show out tomorrow, but it will be next Sunday. So sorry about that. We know it's a couple weeks behind, but we'll get it out next week. You're welcome. Marquis, how was your week?
My week was great, actually. Can you let me talk, Six?
Some dead air. Go ahead.
Here I go. Let me clear my throat. My week was actually fantastic. My kids go back to school next week, so this is going to be the greatest time of my life. This couple weeks. I got 4 children going to school now instead of just 3. So we're going to have 1 less kid in the house during the school year, which is awesome. Spent a lot of money on clothing and shoes and book bags and school supplies, which is always fun. I don't understand why teachers in schools put out this long list of things that the kids do not need. Why does my first grader need 6 packs of college rule paper, notebook paper, and 4 3-inch binders? Like, what is a first grader doing with 4 3-inch binders? It makes no sense.
Spitballs and paper airplanes, man.
Or the teachers just hoarding it all. I have no idea, dude. So I got them all 1 3-inch binder and 1 pack of paper. And if they need more, the teacher can supply it.
Yeah, I've never understood that either. I'm the same way. Up until probably, 5th or 6th grade, when you start actually doing the hard and heavy math and stuff, I don't see why you need all of those fucking supplies. I don't. It's like when Texas Instruments came out with that scientific calculator. Oh my fucking God. If you were in high school, you had to fucking have that for your class. Yeah. What
the TI-83.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? Jesus Christ. And my dog, she hates back to school sales, apparently. Oh my God. Jesus fuck.
I got a question, though. I wanted to ask a quick question to the ladies listening real quick, Bo, if you don't mind.
Hey, have at it, brother.
You know,
wait.
We enjoy looking at ladies in lingerie, you know.
Marquis.
Do you all appreciate what?
You got to do your Barry White voice now.
Oh yeah. So, ladies, I'm just wondering, do you all appreciate when your man brings you some lingerie to wear for sexy time? That is what I want to know. Right now, you can message us here at DV Radio, or you can talk to us on live right now in the chat room at dvradio.net. Just hit the chat button, and you can chat with us right now live and let us know how your feelings are about lingerie.
You know, with that being said, that was pretty good, Marquis. I'm going to go right now to the little camp bathroom and take care of business.
Now, hold on a minute. I paid a lot of money for them clothes to lay on the floor.
Make sure you get the hazmat suit and everything. Put them inside it before you start sex. It's like the foreplay is taking the lingerie off and putting it in the hazmat suit, putting it in a fucking airtight container. What is that? The Pelican cases? Is that the airtight ones?
The Pelican, yep.
Oh my God!
All you lonely DVs out there, you can go to dvdating.com and find yourself another DV. You can share checks. Go to the VA together. Share prescriptions. That's what you can do at DV Dating.
Oh shit! Now everybody's going to be asking where DV Dating is because you said it here on Barracks Talk.
Well, let them go. If they're that dumb to go and try to find DV Dating, let them do it. Then out the herd.
Right? Evolution. It's a mystery. Oh, shit.
Yo, Oink, I got a question for you, Oink, okay?
Go for it.
So, you and your wife were both in the Air Force.
Correct.
So, you're both kind of intelligent people.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
you see some of these kids that are coming in?
Your ASVAB score had to be higher than a 73.
That it was.
See? So, why are you listening to dysfunctional veterans?
Well, like I told, you know, that's a damn good question. Like I told Bo, you know, it's a time to get here with other veterans. I mean, to be honest with you, whether you are Army or you know, crayon eating Marines or whatever the case may be, you get to let your hair down and be yourself and joke around. You know, you guys talk, we all talk about different shit that happens to us, and it, you know, you're not going to get that out on the outside.
No,
you just don't. And again, it's a way that we can connect, and just for a minute, get that, you know, camaraderie going again, even if it is only for a couple hours.
I got a question for you, because I don't know what other shows you've listened to or anything, but any veteran podcaster that you've heard of other than us, what sets us apart and what makes you listen to us more than anybody else?
Well, the realism, like I said, the real life. Down, you guys are live. Shit happens where there's a mistake, or you know, you got 6 over there that's you know, having issues with the computer. Who hasn't? I mean, yeah, we may have joined the Air Force and we deal with that shit on a daily basis, computers, but you know, it's actually kind of a good time to sit back and just be yourself. And you know, some of the other organizations that you see out there, you know, they're there for other reasons, whether it be to combat strictly veteran suicide or whatnot. But there's no other true forum out there that I've seen so far that, as a listener, could just come in, get on chat, interact with you guys, and you know, have a good time. Be honest with you.
You know something? Major brought up a good point earlier when she was talking about how most of the forums out there for veterans are always about suicide or PTSD or, you know, child support or divorce rate. You know, and it's like this show brings us just to the way we used to be, going around to the smoke pit, picking up cigarette butts or the chow line and just talking random BS up to each other all the time. And that's what you used to do. You know, you didn't go in your unit and go anywhere and just sit there and talk to the press like, oh man, I had such a tough day today. I don't know what happened, but you know, let's just kick the shit, people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, believe it or not, minus Marquis' show, who has to have everything, you know, sound perfect and sound like he never makes mistakes, most of our recorded shows have a lot of the mistakes in them. You listen to Not Another Military Spouse. There's a couple of shows at the beginning where Al is fucked up completely, and I'll leave it in.
Are you talking shit about my show?
No,
are you talking
shit? Did I talk shit about your show? Did I say shit about your show, homie G?
I did. I took that offensively. Oh, Marquis' show doesn't have any mistakes in it, but everybody else's show is just, you know, natural and candid. Marquis just does take after take until he gets it correctly. Fuck you both.
Mr. Dude, it took me 2 hours to record this, man. I had to do this one part over like 5 times. You remember that show? Do you remember that show?
Yes, I do. Because sometimes I get to going off on my lips and my lips get tumbled up and then my tongue stops working and I just mess up words.
Oh my God. Well, with that, I think we should go to break. We'll come back. I don't know what we'll do after we get back because Six has left us now. I thought he had a lot of shit to talk about. Apparently not. But yeah, you're tuned in to dbradio.net. We are Barracks Talk right here on WDVR.
I'm Dave Libby of WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com, and this is Contraband.
The Up in Arms Podcast.
We are Not Another Military Spouse / Unconventional Vet Spouse.
Welcome to Media Litter Sandwich.
You're listening to Barracks Talk on DV Radio.
Welcome to Disgruntled Discussions.
You're listening to
the Marquis Dirty 30.
Hello and welcome to the Service Dog Show with PTSDog. I'm your host, Joaquin Watai.
Hear all of these veteran-made shows on dbradio.net. From original to syndicated shows, they're all on the DV Radio Network. Don't forget to check out the schedule banner to find out when your favorite show is airing. Again, that's dbradio.net. And don't forget to search DV Radio on the TuneIn app on your mobile device.
DV Radio.
You've been hearing from me about my book for the past 2 years on DV Radio. Now you can order a copy of PTSDog, Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, and the Service Dog. Check it out on booklocker.com, barnesandnoble.com, and amazon.com. If you choose to purchase the book on Amazon, please consider using smile.amazon.com and picking the DV Farm as your charity of choice. Buy your copy of PTSDog, Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, and the Service Dog today, only at booklocker.com, barnesandnoble.com, and amazon.com.
Let's get it on.
We got some food ready for you. The music.
Let's go! You're listening to WDVR on dvradio.net. By veterans, for veterans.
Simply made for you.
And it is simply made for you here at dvradio.net because we try to listen to each and every last one of our listeners and those who do give us feedback. If you want to give us feedback or tell us a segment or anything you want to hear here on any of our shows, just email us at info@dvradio.net. Just let us know what you'd like to hear or any guest or anything like that. And if you are someone who wants to be a guest or anything, hit the More tab on dvradio.net and click on Be a Guest and fill out that form, and we'll try to get you on here as soon as we can. Speaking of guests, let me pull it up. We have a couple coming up fairly soon. Today is the 28th, correct? So that means that in 2 weeks, I believe. Let me make sure. No, 3 weeks. On August 11th, we have Dr. Stuart Levinson. He's the doctor that was a whistleblower at the VA. He's running for Congress. If you haven't seen that Facebook video that him and DB6 done at the farm for the Flags for Our Fallen, or I can't remember. Sorry, I get those mixed up. Go check it out. I have the link in the description of the podcast, and I'm about to drop it in the chat room on dvradio.net as well. But we have him coming on August 11th. And then on, I believe, yes, August 25th, we have a 14-year-old kid that is coming on. His name's Miller. Him and his mother will be coming on. The kid is awesome. He has a website, doworkthatmatters.us. He is an official licensee of the United States Air Force. I'm not going to give too much away, but what the kid is doing, and he's only 14 years old and has accomplished already, and he's an official licensee of the United States Air Force. What the fuck were you guys doing at 14? Exactly. But we're going to have him on in a few weeks before school starts, hopefully. If not, it'll be just after school starts for him. But yeah, that's what's coming up here on Barracks Talk. You can find all of that out on dvradio.net/schedule. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a Google Calendar. You can actually put those in your own Google Calendar and keep you updated and all of that good stuff. Isn't that cool? Technology. That's wonderful. Right? No?
When it works.
When it works. Yes. 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 That is correct. So how did you guys enjoy that break?
I was able to get up and stretch. That's always a good thing.
Good. Well, I don't get up, so.
Well, I digress.
Oh my God! But Marquis, you said you were coming out with a show soon. Do you want to tell us what it's going to be about, or is that something that people are going to have to tune into to find out?
No. Sure, I'll tell you right now exactly what it's going to be about. The show is going to be about whatever I'm rambling about because I have no idea what the show is going to be about. I keep telling you guys, okay? I'm sick and tired of talking politics. All right, Trump is the president. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing, whether you was for or against him, nothing you can do about it. It happened. And I'm sick and tired of talking politics. Maxine Waters is so uninteresting. I want to talk different things.
We should impeach him for treason.
I've seen nothing that he's done treasonous, and you know,
he's killing people.
Okay, Bo, here we go. All right, everybody, here we go. So, if you have a friend that's a liberal and they believe that you should impeach the president for nothing because he hasn't done anything, all right, there's no proof. There's nothing that he has done yet that we have seen. Just tell them simply like this, okay? When we impeached President Clinton, there was something that he had done. He had perjured himself. He had lied under oath, which is an impeachable offense, all right? Donald Trump may be one of the most blatant and outspoken presidents we've ever had, who's just blunt, but he hasn't said anything under oath. That is a lie. Okay, he hasn't tweeted anything under oath. That is a lie. So we have nothing to impeach the president with until you give me some real proof. Remember the show that we did, Bo, when I went downtown Atlanta and got harassed by those people saying that Trump was a fascist?
Yes.
And that,
yes.
You know, that there's no proof of any of this.
Really quick, Marquis, can I add on to what you're saying? You remember Watergate. Mm-hmm. You remember all of that. It took less than a few months for them to find out what the fuck had happened. And it's been how long that they're trying to bring this shit up on Trump and they haven't found a damn thing yet?
Well, remember though, okay, in this age of technology, it's a lot harder to hide. It's a lot easier to hide stuff.
No, it's not. Honestly.
Yes, it is.
It's easier to hide stuff, but it's also easier to find those tracks.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you, we had a guy who had downloaded, who was watching child pornography while I was in the military, right? It took it took the investigators at least a year to go through his hard drive just to find the stuff.
But probably because he knew how to clear out keystrokes.
Well, hey, it took him a year. So now you're dealing with people who have a better education and better understanding of the computers and software and stuff like that. So it may take time. That's why I keep telling people with this Mueller investigation, okay, whether there's nothing, whether there is something, just wait and see.
While you're talking, I'm going to start eating some banana pudding. So go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, so, you know, and the one thing about politics that is really irking my nerves, when we talk about San Francisco and San Diego and how they have a homeless population that is just escalating and doing outrageous things like pooping on the streets, it really upsets me simply because we can do something about the homeless population. We have people that are in public office within those cities that are millionaires. If you're in public office, that means you want to help your community, right? So in order to help your community, why don't you use some of your money, which you earned? I understand you earned it. I got it. I know. But you want to see your community grow and prosper, correct? So why don't you do something with your stuff? You'll stay elected as an official forever if you start giving what you have earned and showing, hey, we can do this as a community and come together. I'll put in the first $100. You know what I'm saying? And then you come in and give me $100 and we'll fix this issue. We'll do it together as a community. Remember back in the day when they used to say that it takes a village to raise a child? You know, when you go outside and you threw a rock through Mr. Linwood's window and then Miss Patty May across the street will come and whoop your butt. I know that happened. Oink, did that ever happen to you?
Oh, there's quite a few broken windows. Quite a few.
And then the neighbor came and corrected you. She didn't just call the police, did she?
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. But we don't do that nowadays. No. That's not my problem. I'm not going to deal with it. But you live in a community where you have that issue arising. So why don't you do something about it? You know, me, hell, I'm fine. Dude, I'm living on one paycheck with 5 children and my wife. All right. If I could go help, I would. Trust me. I go to my church and I give my time to my church. We help. We go out and we talk to homeless people. We give them clothes, bananas, or whatever we have. We give it to them. But a lot of the people listen to the sound of my voice won't even get out of their chair. No pun intended, Bo. Won't even get out of their chair and see a homeless person.
You know,
but we want to complain about it when we hear about it.
But you can't even correct your own kids nowadays because of the political correctness. And, you know, you got this little shit that's acting up in the store. I'm not scared to go up to them and tell them, you know, knock it off. But, you know, then the parents start yelling at you for correcting their child. Well, if you were doing your damn job, then I wouldn't have to do it, you know. But it is crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up though, Marquis, because it's not just congressmen or mayors or whatever, but it's people like churches and all these big fucking super churches and shit. Well, God gave me this money, so we will help my family. Okay, that's good and all, but who got you there? The motherfucking people. Why don't you give back to them in some way, shape, or form? I don't care if all you do is build one house and fit 200 motherfuckers in there. At least you're helping the people that got you where you're at, whether you're a church or you're a congressman or a congresswoman or anything like that, you know?
Dude, let me tell you, okay? My brother-in-law, one of my best friends that I play the video games with almost every day, they love this rapper up in New York named Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever his name is. Little Hispanic guy with tattoos all over his face and rainbow hair and stuff.
Oh, little shit for brains. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they love him.
Fuck
they
that
love
guy.
him. And I'm like, why? I said, why do we idolize entertainers so much when they do nothing for you? Like we'll praise LeBron James. He came from a single mother household, raised in the ghetto. But LeBron James is actually doing something. He's giving scholarships to kids in his community. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like, look at people like Jay-Z. You know, Jay-Z grew up in the projects. Well, I've seen a documentary where Jay-Z went back to the projects and it was still projects. You have almost $1 billion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Go buy the projects, fix it up, and charge minimal rent.
You remember?
Do something within your community.
Do you remember? I think it's been about 8 or 10 years ago. It might not have been that long. That motherfucker had a damn birthday party in Africa for like $5 million. You remember that?
Yep.
He throws himself a birthday party for $5 million, but I can't help the people. I just can't.
Did you read the story of Elon Musk saying that he is going to personally pay for them to fix the Flint water Michigan crisis?
Yeah, I've got more
He's
hope
not even American.
I've got more hope in Elon Musk than I do 99% of our fucking people in office.
He is not even American. And let me tell you, you know one thing. This might sound like what's that guy that DV6 like the black guy? I can't stand him. On the radio, Republican guy. He kind of like Rush Limbaugh.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's bald headed.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I can't stand him. But I'm finna sound like him for a second, okay? So when we had the Flint water Michigan crisis and it was all over the news, you had all these hip hop stars and black entertainers and movie stars, right? They were all over the TV saying, "Oh man, I'm going to donate 6 million bottles of water." Let's see how much it costs to fix the problem. And then if I have a group of celebrities who want to just sit here and send water, let's just fix the water problem. All right? I know. You just want to have the publicity for this quick 5 seconds or so that you sent some water up there. Look at when the shooting occurred at that school and the football player paid for all of the funerals.
Yep.
That's helping your community. We have in Chicago right now, we have 6 girls that are missing that I've been watching on my timeline. Just up and disappeared. But no celebrities come out and said anything about that. You know, you have you have Detroit, Michigan is still in bankruptcy, I believe, and you could bring jobs there. You know, if you're a movie star, build a studio there. You know, film a movie there. Bring jobs to the community. This is what America is missing since they took away the factory jobs. And they took out the fact that you can get a certification in a technical field while you're still in high school. But now we have people, me and Bo's age, who are down and drowned by student loan debt. I know, DVs, you don't really want to hear about this, but I don't care. I'm on a soapbox right now, so I don't really care right now. But we're beaten down by student loan debt, and we can't even find a way to get out of that. I'm sorry. I'm done. DV, oink. Go ahead, talk.
No, actually, I wanted to
impromptu DV Dirty 30 right here on Barracks Talk.
Right. Well, I wanted to bring up something. It doesn't have to do with America, but it has to do with entertainers and stuff because you brought it up. You remember Burma. You remember the big, we got to go help Burma and make them a democracy and blah, 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 fucking blah. That happened all my fucking life. I don't know how many times you would watch some charity organization bullshit running a telethon back when they done those things. I don't think they still do this. But anyway, I recently watched something. Burma has spent a good $15 million on this beautiful fucking, I mean, it's fucking immaculate, tourist attraction. They have had 2 people come through in the last year and a half. No Steven Seagal, nobody like that pushed, let's go help Burma. Nothing. Not one iota of, let's give a shit now. Because now they are in a somewhat democracy. The people do get to choose, supposedly, who runs and makes decisions. But it's just sad that they spent so many millions of dollars on advertisements to get them supposed help. But yet, when they actually turn their fucking country around, they don't give 2 shits in a fucking flick at all. I've not heard Burma brought up on the television other than it making news headlines for some injury or bomb going off in quite a few years. And I'm not talking about, festivals and all. I'm talking about actual, real, hey, look, they've got a tourist attraction. Look at how great it is. And that's beautiful, man. Fucking Burma compared to what it was 10 years ago. Oh, my God, it's fucking magnificent. But they don't give 2 shits.
Let me bring this full circle real quick, okay? So when we're talking about celebrities and people who want to try to politicize events and try to say, well, let's raise money, let's give water. Let's look at the veteran celebrities, okay? Like, well, what's his name? Rob Riggle?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
What's his name? Yeah.
He was a major in the Marines.
He's a veteran.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. I always see him posting up stuff about veterans, or he's at some type of event for a veteran, a charity event. And I bring this up because veterans never forget veterans. Soldiers never forget soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You'll never forget that NCO you had that one day just put his foot in your butt and helped you out so much that you will never forget him. And then when you see on your timeline that he is sick, you do the first thing you can. You try to find a way to help him because veterans help veterans. That's what we do. We know about brotherhoods and sisterhoods and camaraderie and how to, unite. Whether you were in the Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Navy, Space Force, we all help each other.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But for some reason, racism allows us to stigmatize each other and don't help each other because we don't want to go in that neighborhood. Oh, no, that's where the white people stay at. We can't go over there. We'll get arrested. Oh, no, we can't go over there because that's where the Negroes stay. And when the Negroes stay, they're going to rob us.
I got something to tell you after the show, Marquis. I can't say it on air.
I watched that show, The Goldbergs, when it's set in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, we did have our differences in the 80s, everyone still kind of hung out with each other. It didn't matter. When you watch, what's that new show? The one that's on Netflix that everybody loved about the creepy people. Yeah, baby.
There's a few of those, Marquis, with the creepy people.
Well, okay, it's a show on Netflix that's set in the 80s. If you look at the 80s, if you lived in the 80s,
Stranger Things. Stranger
Things.
Yeah.
It was a crazy world, yes, but it was a simpler world.
Yeah. Even up until late 90s, it was pretty fucking simple. Late 90s happened, 2000 came around and Y2K scared the shit out of everybody, and that's what fucking turned us around, apparently.
The thing is, we knew our place in the world. If I worked at the car factory, I knew I made cars. I didn't go out and say, well, fuck this, I'm not making $15 an hour, so I'm going to protest. You knew your place. If I worked at McDonald's, I know that, hey, this is not a great job. This isn't something that's supposed to put money or food on the table. This is a high school, college job that I'm using to transition into my permanent field, which should be something immaculate. I'm not making a McDonald's burger flipper going to be my permanent job at $15 an hour to try to make me have a living wage. No, McDonald's is not a job for you unless you become the manager or a store or regional manager.
No, and even a
traditional job.
Even at being a manager, man, you're still busting your ass for nothing. Trust me. I've got a couple of friends, and we all work together. It's one of those things where you don't get your money's worth out of work.
Oh yeah, I do. Trust me, I understand, but it's a transitional job.
Yep, it is.
It's not a profession.
Nope. And that's what kills me. I mean, I'm not even going to go on that. I can't because we'll be here all fucking night.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you, Marquis. I got a couple of, teenage kids. One is 21, one's 19. And, she quit her job because they were taking advantage of her, having her do managerial work without the managerial pay. So I told her, I said, you can definitely move on, give them your 2 weeks and look for employment elsewhere. But that's been a couple of months ago. And I'm trying to explain to her, you need to get back on that horse because of, you're going to have employers look at you and you have this gap in work. And they're going to ask you why. And she doesn't have an answer. I got a 19-year-old son that wants to sit there and play video games. Well, that's great. He wants to make money doing that. That's the reality. It's not there unless you are that good. Yeah. But he has skills. I mean, the kid, he's taken welding classes, and he was so close to getting certified in welding. And I'm trying to push him that way. So, it's definitely a different market and a different world out there and a different mindset. And unfortunately, like you said, I wish we could go back in time and make it where everybody knew their place and could just bust their ass and make this place better. I mean, I really do. I'm trying to explain just little life circumstances to these guys is like talking to a damn brick wall sometimes.
You're so right, man.
I know Marquis and Recoil and Six and Google know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say names, but I know someone who's 21 years old now, had 3 or 4 jobs in a span of like 5 months, has had 3 or 4 cars in a span of a year and a half, never actually bought anything himself, i.e. vehicles, insurance, phone, nothing like that. Still lives at home. And if you ask him to take a twig from the yard and move it to the brush pile, it's like you asked him to work for you 24 hours and not stop to take a breath. And he's got to take a break within the first 10 minutes. And he's huffing him.
It's that sense of entitlement.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that sense of entitlement. Because let me tell you, okay, when we were coming up through school, our teachers would spank our butts if we did something wrong. But then parents started saying, oh, but you're not going to hit my child. But this teacher spends the majority of their time with your child. They spend more time with your child during the school year than you would. But yet and still, they have to take the abuse that your child is giving them throughout the day with disrespect, talking back, not listening, not sitting down, not eating their food. Hey, Johnny, stop doing that. Stop doing this. The teacher has to deal with that all day with 30 plus students. And back in the day, the teacher would get a freaking paddle and spank your bottom. And guess what? You will behave. We had discipline. Discipline is not something taught anymore. You only get discipline if you're in the military or the police force. That's the only time your child is going to get taught discipline, when they get 18, 19 and decide to join the military or the police force. That is when they get discipline. They don't get the discipline no more at home because I don't want to whoop my child, because then they might call the police on me. They might call the police on me, I'm going to jail.
I tell you
what, Mark, you take away their internet access and their phone privileges, oh, you will change their minds in a heartbeat. I'm telling you what.
I love that point. I love Oink when he brought up, he's not afraid to tell someone's kid to stop doing something or not. But I love these parents that say, don't you dare tell my child what to do. And then turn around and say, but what should I do, Mr. Government? And expect the government to police their fucking kids for them. What the fuck, man? How fuck? And you guys know what I'm talking about too. They want them to take control. The reason we have parental guides on a fucking TV now is because they were bitching that they didn't know what was going to be in the show. Okay. You seen the fucking teaser, didn't you? That should give you enough fucking pointers. Come the fuck on. It's, oh my God.
Well, they used to have this thing called a TV guide you used to actually read,
Right? I remember that.
Had some good articles in there too, from what I remember, but that was a while ago.
Right. Yeah, I miss TV Guide, to be honest with you. But sadly, it is 11:03, and we have Contraband rerunning tonight at 11:30. If you didn't catch it at 8 tonight, it is with Chris Brother Latham from Beasto Blanco. David Libby is interviewing him. WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com. Please go check out all of that. You'll fucking thank me later. I promise you. Before we end the show, Oink, is there anything you want to say? I'd love for you to tell our people where they can find us at, if you'd like.
Oh man, you can find them everywhere if you look hard enough. Let's tell you. Let's be honest with you. Facebook, dvradio.net to, down at the bottom of your little screen when you go to DV Radio on the homepage, there's that donate button. Click on that thing. I know it's PayPal. Guess what? Deal with it. I do, and I guarantee you, every amount that I send and donate to these guys goes straight to them. I see the little Facebook comments on the dissing of PayPal. I don't get it. they're getting their money. So I can vouch for that. So get in there and donate when you can, and if you can, share the page.
Yes.
that helps out too.
Yeah, that's if that's all you can do, if you cannot contribute, that's all we ask. Share it. Share it in your group. Share it amongst your friends, family, dickheads you don't know that you want to hear that they are snowflakes. Share it with them. We'll tell them what we think of them. But yes, you can find us on Facebook, Dysfunctional Veterans DV Radio, Twitter at DV_DV Radio, where I try to talk to you as much as possible. Oink, I think, were you on there before?
I've been on Twitter. Yes, I've actually commented a few times, and like I said, I try to keep up with all the platforms you guys have, and I can't do it. So
Right.
I don't know how in the hell you do it, Bo. To be honest with you.
People want me to go to fucking like this Gabby, and some douche wanted me to go to this news. So I was like, dude, I have enough shit to worry about. He's like, click on the link above, you'll thank me later. No, guy, no, I won't, because it's more shit I have to fucking remember. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff out there. We're trying to get YouTube videos. We're sorry that we're so far behind. It's been a fucking month and year, and I'm not complaining at all. Thank you all so much for your donations to the farm, to the radio, any way that you've helped us out. You have no idea how much we want to thank you, but we cannot sit here and thank everybody individually because we just don't have enough air in our lungs to do it. YouTube, that's Dysfunctional Veterans and DB Radio as well, if I didn't mention it. If you haven't already, please give us feedback on all of the podcast platforms that you listen to us on. Go to our YouTube channel. Our podcast gets posted there as well. If you like our show, like it on YouTube. It doesn't help us in stats or ratings or anything, but it lets us know that you liked it. You can also leave a comment and let us know what you might want to hear. Email me at info@dbradio.net. I don't care if you're telling me to go fuck off. I've got haters. I get it. I fucking hate you too. But I also love my fucking lovers. Yeah, I see you there, Snafu. Mwah. Love you too, brother. But, but please, just let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to hear, stuff like that, especially on Contraband. I try to let David know what you guys want to hear, what you didn't like, stuff like that. We're trying to build that show so you guys are more engaged with it and stuff like that. Marquis, any last words, thoughts, anything like that?
Hey, I just want everybody to know that you can go to the DV forums and you can have anonymity. I'm trying to do Recoil's bit here, dude. You can have anonymity at the DV forums. Be safe and keep looking out for each other, fuckers.
That's the DV forums at dvbarracks.com. Go do it now. Yes. You can go over there. If you want to get off of Facebook, you don't want anybody knowing who you are or anything like that, please go over to the DV Barracks, DV forum at dvbarracks.com. It's a wonderful place. You can let loose, be yourself. Nobody will know who you are. You can change your name to any name you want and any picture you want. That's the beauty of that forum. You can be whoever the fuck you want, as long as, you know, it's not like Jack Ripper or somebody, because then I'll be scared. But yeah, dvbarracks.com. Get over there. We got a lot of great folks over there. I've not been there in so long. I need to get over there and check it out. Oink, one last time, any last words?
The best words are like Recoil, and Marquis already stated. Be safe and keep your looking out for each other, fuckers.
Thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you again for helping us keep this going, our license, all that good stuff. Hey, if you do want to donate, go to dvradio.net, scroll down to the blue button that says donate, and you can give whatever amount you want. You can do it once or reoccurring. It helps us out tremendously. Tree Hugger, he is sponsoring all of Not Another Military Spouses shows for the next couple of weeks because he gave a huge donation. Thank you, brother. The girls love you for that. Women, ladies, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I said girls to a 30-year-old, and she got her panties in a wad. Apparently, she's a woman now. I think it's cute when you call a woman a girl. I think you should feel fucking proud. Anyway, I better not get on my soapbox. For DB6, Google, Recoil, those three who are not here, Marquis, DB Oink. I am Boner Wood. You just heard Barracks Talk right here on WDBR, dvradio.net. Until next week, Buttsuckles. Bye-bye.
Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all, folks. Goodbye, motherfucker!
DV Radio.